please, as well as you can, will you explain what you think the good word theory is? Wow, I like what you just said. Good. So look, this is the reality of it. So yes, I'm going to try to put it succinctly for you, yes? So the good word theory is peripheral awareness for the sake of acknowledgement and affection of a natural behavior. You see that? You see that tagline at the end? I will try my best to credit you in every video hereafter, but I may not. And in time, people are going to credit me with the complete verse, yes? All right, so I'm telling you the truth, yeah? All right, but I'm telling, what a beautiful thing, yes? But that is basically what you have to do. I tell you the truth. If you are hanging out with your dog, if your dog is out around you, loosed and not in a kennel, not confined, you are operating the good word theory, whether you're aware of it or not. Okay? Observation creates and encourages, promotes. So for example, if he's looking at you and he barks and you turn to look at him, he exists now. So I don't know, this might be a bad analogy, but a lot of people may understand this, yes? But are you guys ever playing video games? Well, you know, in a video game, let's say that there's somebody behind you, but the camera is facing in front of you. The character behind you that is chasing you, they're not really there. All you hear are the footsteps that are being rendered. So basically, when you pan the camera around, it exists. So that same thing happens with the dog, may I tell you? If your dog is standing there and it's chewing up a toilet paper roll, if you look in that dog's direction, you've just panned the camera to him. And you guys are here today because of the camera panning in on what I do daily. Do you see what I'm telling you the truth? Yes? And I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to take it one step further. All attention is good attention. That's why, may I tell you, I'll argue with people in the comments and stuff, because I know if they come back and they clap back and we get into a big argument, it just creates more engagement. And I'm just telling you the truth. So it's the same with the little dog there. Yes? So I tell you the truth. If the dog is chewing on a toilet paper roll that he's not supposed to be chewing on, if instead of looking at him and saying something to him, you just walk over there and keeping him, being aware of him peripherally, reach and take the toilet paper roll away from him and put it away, almost robotically. That's how you treat that. That's how you handle that. May I tell you, some trainers will say that get something of his and trade. Oh, I almost said the F word. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, right? Because may I tell you, you're rewarding him with something of lesser value that he passed up along the way to that toilet paper roll. Yeah, amen. I like what you gotta say. Yeah, I'm about to pay you to talk to me for an hour. Yeah, just talk to me, man. Yeah, tell me, teach me. Oh, thank you so much for the blessing. So again, as I was saying, yeah, if you're in one of these situations and the dog is chewing on the toilet paper roll and you take something of theirs and give it to them, even if you distract them briefly and they take it, you just rewarded that behavior, and you're not being clear and concise. We have to learn how to separate the signal from the noise so that the dogs will hear our signals. And you have to use the good word theory so that your dog learns to focus on you when you move, because when you move, the dog should see it as a potential call to action. For example, if I want the dogs to go outside at my kennel, okay? If I sometimes I'll fuss at Cranberry for this. If I tell Cranberry, hey, Cranberry, make the dog go outside, it looks like he was going to mark or whatever, or going to pee. So Cranberry will say, yes, sir. He'll get up, he'll walk towards the dog, and he'll say, outside. And then the dogs will run outside. They oblige him. But I tell you, that's the wrong thing to do. That's what other trainers do, but we're doing a new thing. That's what other trainers do. I tell you how I do it. And he does it like this 80% of the time. I'm talking about 20% of the time. Because he's been training dogs longer than I have. The old school training methods. You know what I mean? Like old school stuff, yeah? So, which a lot of trainers still employ, all right? No, I'm not judging either. But either way, what I'm getting at is this. If I'm going to put the dogs out, I simply stand up. When I stand up, all of the dogs are aware of me very quickly. And then when the dogs look at me and I see that they're looking at my face, before I make eye contact with them, I'll glance at the door. And then I look at them and I say the word good, and they haul ass outside. That's what I want. So let me tell you, this is what happens, okay? You guys are too young to know the horrors of life. Before, we used to have these things called maps and compasses. But before, man, you'd have to pull over, and I had to buy this thing called a key map and a compass, and look at the compass to see if I was going north or west. Very difficult for me, yes? Well, I had to be very aware of my surroundings and what was happening. Well, now, because of the advent of GPS, I don't have to be aware. I could drive and chew gum at the same time. I'm driving. I don't have to be aware because I'm getting directions seemingly from heaven. Miraculous, yeah? What a miracle. Hearing that voice telling me to turn left, turn right like an angel. But I'm going to tell you, don't be an angel for your dog. Don't be the GPS for your dog. Your dog will learn not to pay attention to you, rather, if it knows you're always going to give him a verbal cue. And that's how your dog is going to get in trouble. Because your dog, if your dog sees a squirrel across the street from the freeway or busy road, your dog is going to start hauling ass. And even though, believe it or not, you are going to move faster than the speed of sound. You may not realize it, but you are going to dart and move before anything comes out of your mouth. It may not seem like it, but in reference to the speed, like when they asked Einstein, is the speed of light fast? And he said in reference to what? In space, it's super slow, and here on Earth, it's fast. So what may seem simultaneous to you is not really simultaneous, and the dog's adrenaline is pumping, so time is slowing down for the dog. He's perceiving time differently now, and you've gotten up and essentially started barking. You can watch videos of Esau, where sometimes we'll see a dog and he hauls ass, and I say, no. Rarely do I say the word N-O, but I say no and he stops. But what people don't understand is he stops before the word no comes out. The moment he sees my body twitch, he's stopping because I'm always on his mind. Maggie, pick up. Good pick up. Good, I told you. I always fucking win. Good pick up. Good. Good pick up, Maggie. Pretty. No, he's out. No, he's out. No. Good. Maggie, no. Good job, Conversion. See? Good, Maggie. Now she's going to be distracted by that, okay? He's not waiting for a verbal cue. He knows that I'm going to direct him with my body language. So I am not his GPS. So when he is out and about driving around and moving about, he has to keep me in his peripheral vision because I'm his compass. And I'm directing where he goes. And I tell you, with a puppy, if you don't have the wherewithal or the patience or the alacrity that day to be aware of them peripherally, they need to be put up. They need to be kenneled. Even if your dog is the best dog in the whole world, he should be on a regimen of being in the kennel for at least an hour at a time, several times a day. So to close what I was saying about, remember the toilet paper roll? If he picks up the toilet paper roll and you go over there and you give him something of his, you just rewarded it with a lesser value item. That would be like giving a kid a $10 bill, realizing that you messed up, saying, oh, sorry about that, taking it out of his hand, giving him a $5. Yeah, he's going to be like, oh, shit. But you know, pardon me, he's not going to say, oh, shit, he's going to kid. He's going to say, oh, shucks, or something, yeah. But he's still going to be happy that he's got a $5 bill in his hand, yeah? Same thing, okay? You're rewarding it. If instead you just simply walk over there without observing directly or making it obvious that you're observing him, you pick it up and you take it away and you ignore him, he will understand that it is of no value and you don't chew on it, and so neither should he. Now, the way you encourage him to go to the things that he's supposed to go to is whenever he eyes one of his items or a toy or something and he goes and grabs it, you chant the word good, and you observe him. You pan the camera to him, so to speak. You give him an audience. You don't have children yet. Possibly if you have children one day and let's say they're both swinging on the swing set, I guarantee you, even though you're looking in the general direction, they're going to know if your pupils are not fixated on them or not. And they're going to say, no, watch me. Why weren't you watching me? It's just more fun when you're watching them. Same thing with the dog. So listen, may I tell you, I can't tell you how many times I'm at somebody's house and I see that their dog goes and picks up a rawhide or something and nobody looks at the dog. But the moment the dog gets tired of them paying attention to a stranger that's just yapping, and he decides, okay, I'm gonna go grab a shoe, because guess what? He knows the shoe creates a drama. What am I talking about? An audience, yeah? Creating an audience, yes? Recently, I posted a video asking for help to fund my goals, and part of the inspiration came from this new channel that I'm obsessed with, Bros. If you haven't already heard of them, they're two physicists. They're so fun. I think they're like the next big thing, like Joe Rogan. Check them out. Also, if you can afford to fund them, please do, but fund me first, and then if you can afford to, fund them also. They're physicists. They're going to understand completely that there is another reality where you funded them before you funded me. So you get that drama. So guess what? Puppy goes over there and gets a shoe. And then guess what? Puppy even has to go to the room for the shoe. And as soon as Puppy gets up, owners know instinctively Puppy's up to no good. So now it doesn't matter what the hell I'm saying. I could have had their rapt attention. They break and they look at the dog. And now he's benefiting from the view. I don't exist anymore. I'm just creating a sound that as if I existed, but in reality, the only thing that exists in that dog's mind is, oh, I got an audience now. It's like all the people that, if I do upload this, all the people that clicked away to somebody else's video. Damn. Shit.
Yeah. I don't fuck around when it comes to UFOs and extraterritorial, man. I know it.
You know what I mean? Maybe I should have worn eyelashes or something, eyeshadow or something, so they would have stuck around a little longer, But do you see what I mean? So you lose attention, you lose focus, okay? Very important that you don't lose attention and focus. So then the dog goes, and before the dog ramps it up and grabs the shoe, they're already watching for him to come out, almost with bated breath, as if they're watching a horror movie play out in front of them. The puppy comes out of the room and it's almost like they live for the thrill. When I see it, I play it in slow motion. And I almost feel like they're doing it to themselves. They must just want the thrill. I don't want the thrill. I'm lazy. I don't want to walk over there. I got other things to do. I don't want to take the shoe from him. So you know what I do? Is I realize and I learn that if he's chewing on his rawhide roll, that is a call to prayer in a way. So he does that, and I treat it as if he just laid himself down to pray. And I look over and I observe them and I reward them and I praise them and I acknowledge them. Good. If I want to kick it up a notch, I'll start saying good stay, good down stay. And then I'll start walking around them, performing, doing everything to more or less get them to stand up, like playing peekaboo, reverse peekaboo with a baby, doing all types of silly stuff. And if the more that they don't get up, the more I praise, the more I rejoice. People, I'm sure, listen, in my area, people think I'm crazy, and that's probably why I don't have a lot of local business. Because they see me out there, looks like I'm out there praying to the gods of thunder for rain. But shit, I'm out there just celebrating that this dog is laying down even though I didn't tell him to. I'm acknowledging his prayer. I'm praying. I'm joyful. And then the moment that dog gets too excited and stands up, what do you think I do? I would not do that because I'm rewarding and I'm rejoicing and reveling in the fact that he's laying down and being still. So, yes, ma'am. So the moment he stands up, I pretend as if the power was cut off. Boom. Now I'm a robot. The curtain's closed. The show is over. The connection is gone. You're not in prayer anymore. I'm disconnected from you. You don't exist anymore. So I tell you, put it to the test. You do this every day. You do this all the time, whenever. And if you think, well, shit, my puppy, my language, I'm sorry. My puppy, he's so hyper. Well, then take him for a quick walk and a quick run. And then when you go inside, play with him, exercise him vigorously. you're increasing the likelihood of him being still. And then give him a pig ear or something. You're increasing the likelihood that he's going to be still. And now you stand up and you good down stay. And he's looking at you chewing on his pig ear like, what the fuck? But may I tell you, if you're saying good down stay, good stay, and they think that you're simple-minded and that simple things make you happy, they're going to strive for that. Listen, I'm going to tell you something really quickly. I please don't take offense to this, okay? But you might disconnect right now. Fuck it. I'll refund your money if you disconnect. I promise you I'll refund your money right now because I'm going to say something. And this is me speaking from ignorance. I don't know this from speculation. Other than from speculation, I don't know it to be fact. But I'm going to tell you something. I hope that you guys have been blessed with a simple-minded dog. Because let me tell you something. I had this theory that you want to have a dumb dog, because a dumb dog like my Savo is very easy, okay? They don't have that many thoughts. They have maybe one idea an hour. A super intelligent dog often gets surrendered because they have 100 ideas an hour. I realize that some of these very successful people are intelligent, but they're simple-minded. They process fast, but they're simple-minded, so they can stick to going to doctor school and get their doctorate and their master's because they have a one-track mind. They're focused. And to everybody else, it looks like they're very intelligent because they are, but they're blessed to be simple-minded. So when you're not simple-minded, fate, destiny, karma doesn't really work for you unless you're simple-minded. I tell you the truth. If you're constantly thinking and breaking things down, that's how I came upon the good word theory, by constantly just obsessing at why dogs were doing things, yeah? Do you know what I mean? I would just get stuck. So because of that, yes, I wasn't happy with just doing it the way I was taught at the Canine Academy. Because it's in the same way that Einstein was not simple-minded, and that's why his teachers thought that he was never going to succeed, because he was questioning why was 2 + 2 4. If you have a simple-minded dog, I'm going to seem like a genius because the theories are going to take root so fast, may I tell you. But if you have an intelligent dog, you are more likely to feel as if it's not working for you, in the same way that so many people that I know, now that I've reflected upon this idea, that are brilliant but have gone the way of self-medicating with alcohol, with drugs, because they couldn't comport. I myself am guilty of that. I struggled in school, yeah? I was hard for me. I just didn't want to learn what I was being taught. I just felt I had a vision, yeah? So, ultimately, yes, a lot of brilliant people out there are homeless. A lot of brilliant people out there are struggling with addiction because they don't feel as if they fit into this world. So I want you to understand that you have to, as puppy parents, you have to go out of your way to make your dog feel as if he belongs in this world, in this pack with you. So don't lose your patience. If it seems long, if the theories and the laws that I'm proposing to you, if they seem as if they're not taking root, may I tell you, everything has its seed time and harvest. And if you have a smart dog, then it's going to seem as if it's not working, because he is going to be so distracted, because he is not simple-minded. Let me give you another quick example, and I'm going to credit you guys another hour because I'm just going on this now, yes? But I'm going to tell you, okay? Let's say that an alien civilization was observing us from above, okay? And you take 3 different individuals, they all get abducted, like Cranberry. Yeah, Cranberry love this shit. Yeah, Cranberry love this shit. Fuck. So they get abducted, yeah? And may I tell you, one of the 3 little separate islands, miles away, can't see anything. And they're on this small, tiny island. And they have, everything to eat and drink is taken care of. They have a book, like one very, very heavy book, like the first Harry Potter book or something. So from an onlooker that is ignorant about our ways, yes, if they see and they understand that this book is a source of knowledge, they read this book, yes, even though it's entertaining, there's still value in the Harry Potter series or whatever, all these things. Yes, ooh, I don't want to get political about that. I know there's some shit happening with J.K. Rowling's. Because I learned a lesson from watching Harry Potter. So either way, what I'm getting is this, yes, if you have somebody on there that is simple-minded and focused, or simple-minded and has a good imagination, they can read this book from cover to cover. Close it, smile, take a nap, wake up, and read it again. Be happy. Close it, smile, take a nap, ponder, and read it again. I know people that watch the same movie like 25 times, and when we're like children, we do this, yes? Wow, over and over. Oh, baby, you're going to watch that again? It's like the 10th time. I'm excited. Oh, well, shit, let's do it. You know what I mean? Think about that, okay? It says you have to become like a child to enter the kingdom of heaven because you're simple-minded. Because if you think too much, fate's not going to work for you. Because you're overthinking things. Oh, I hope that didn't fuck that up. You understand what I mean by that, yes? Now, let's say the second island, okay? So the second island. So from the first island, from that observer, from that alien civilization watching us, that intelligence watching us, they would assume that that person is very intelligent because it's continuously reading, and perhaps so, but that person is simple-minded. The second person on the second island, they read this book from cover to cover. They probably pause along the way while they're reading it to reflect on what is happening, to savor it, because they know that once they're done reading this, it's going to be hard to convince themselves to read it a second time. Well, fuck, I done read it already. Because you're intelligent, yeah? So you read it, you take your time, you relish it, you read it, you enjoy it. After you're done reading it, at some other time you finally resolve yourself to reading it again because shit, there's nothing else to do. So, but a month goes by. You've thought about it, you read it, and this time you're reading it, trying to look at it from a different perspective because you're hoping that maybe some of the observations you made before were proven wrong or right, so you read it again. Oh shit, eventually you're going to read it a third time, but damn, fuck. Time needs to pass, yeah? Nobody to talk to about this. Anyway, yeah, talk to myself about this, yeah? Main conversation in my life is my passion. Whether I want it to be or not, it's my passion now. But there's people that realize that it doesn't have to be their passion. So from that consciousness observing us, they might think this person is smart, but not as smart. But this person is just as smart, just not as simple-minded. Then you have the third person on the island. This person is reading this book, reads it, maybe stops and relishes it, reads it, observes it, thinks about it, maybe goes 2 days without reading it, reads it again, finishes it. And then they ponder it and think about it, and they finally get themselves to the point where they want to read it again. They open it up and start to reading it, and as they're reading it, they can't help it, and they start to tear the pages, and they tear all the little words one by one apart, to where that one page now, which was once one full page, is now a universe of words. From a consciousness observing, they think he's a fucking idiot. Look what he's doing to the book of knowledge. He's an idiot. But in reality, he's not simple-minded. He's a creator. He's creating. So instead of reading the story that he's already read, assimilated, processed, and shit out, he's putting words together now. And he's creating and writing his own book. Perhaps a book that somebody one day will read when he's gone. He's not simple-minded. I'm telling you the truth. But from an observer, that is how people view their dogs. He's a fucking idiot. He done tore my shoes up. Well, fuck, he missed you. And that shoe smells like you, because may I tell you, dogs mark with their paws. To them, you wearing that shoe looks as if you love the scent of yourself so much that you want to encapsulate it. Do you see what I mean? People don't realize this. So I tell you, keep your shoes away. And if you're okay with your dog chewing up your old shoes and he's not digesting it, I don't judge you. Do it. Give it to him. Fuck, I don't care. I'm not judging you. But then don't be upset when he tears up a brand new pair of shoes that you left laying around. So the next thing, are you guys using a kennel? So what do you have in his kennel? Oh my God. Come for the leg. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying here. Shit, listen, you're tearing the book apart, yeah? That's awesome. Good for you. Shit. For the love of God. So you understand that theory already. I tell you the truth. He's going to learn to deal with the stress of you being gone. He is learning, rather, to deal with the stress of you being gone by finding that quiet inner peace and stilling himself. Does he ever chew on it? Okay, put a camera to him, and if you see that he's even nibbling on it, then you're failing. Because listen, it's no different than a kid that is chewing their fingernails. If he can't, then it's okay. But it literally cannot be a comfort blanket. So it literally can be physically a comfort blanket, but it cannot be, you know, what is that called? Like, not, is it a spiritual comfort blanket? You see what I mean? It can't be that. It could be for physical comfort, but not for like emotional. It can't be his emotional support blanket. Fuck that. He needs to be his own savior. He needs to find that inner peace and that inner calm and that inner strength. Yes? Because the reality of it, like they talk about in meditation, you know, like just because the ocean is raging at the surface, it is calm somewhere deep beneath. And he needs to find that calmness, okay? So what this is going to allow is in several months from now, when you guys let him loose, he's going to assume that things you've left out that are not in the regular place because they don't have a regular place, like remotes and stuff, he's going to realize you didn't leave them out for him. The opposite would happen if you were leaving toys in there for him. He would deal with the stress of being gone by chewing on them, which would become almost like a nicotine habit for him. Well, shit, I don't want to talk yet. Look, I'm God. So listen, because I have Asperger's. Listen, I get anxiety about talking to people, and especially when I know that, you know, thank you for you. So I know I'm sorry. Like you called yourself fans. Yes, I'm sorry. It sounds so weird. Yeah. Gives me so much anxiety. I tell you, dude, like I've already had a little bit of whiskey. I haven't drank whiskey in 3 weeks, but today I told them, I was like, shit, I'm gonna drink some whiskey. I'm not gonna even ask permission. I have my CBD thing. Yeah, a new one that I tried seems to be working. So listen, I have to deal with my anxiety, but guess what? Even if I don't have this, I don't need a feather to fly. No more. Even if I couldn't find this, man, I tell you, I was gonna step up to the plate and it was going to happen. There's no doubt about it. I can't lose. I'm going to make it happen, but I find this as a comfort. But guess what? This costs me money. So there's an expense to this. You see what I mean? If I was internally a little bit stronger, I suppose, I wouldn't have to even spend or invest the money on this. It wouldn't cost me any energy. I would just be like a yogi, I guess, and just be so chill, like, come speak to me. You know what I mean? But I'm not that person. I have to work hard to still myself. Do you see what I mean? So the same thing, yeah? So the same thing with your dog. If you give him something, then he's becoming reliant on this. I almost felt as if and maybe I did. Shit, I don't know. But you know what I mean? But don't make him feel that way. So you're doing the right thing. So we're going to move on from that. Now, when he is out and about, he has at least some edibles available to him, yes? And you understand what edibles are, right? Okay, so there's a difference between chew toys and edibles. So chew toys are things that he can, even if he mouths on them, like Kongs. Any toy that is marketed as a chew toy that is indestructible is not, I guess it's a chew toy. I'll you know, so I'm gonna concede to that term for that from now on, because I fought that battle for a long time. So this is why now I call them edibles, yes? So the dogs need at least 5 separate things to chew on. Oftentimes they have to be animal based, like pig snouts, pig ears, a cow hoof. Right? But if you give him just one rawhide roll, one pig ear, the dog, it's like giving him one is not enough. Giving him 5 rawhide rolls, like giving a kid 5 of the same book. Yes. So does he have a supply of edibles? So those are chew toys. Hey, so look, these are awesome. Yeah, they're soft. They look interesting. Thank you, Gwen. She sent one for Roxy and for good. So I'm gonna feed them in about 20 minutes. You know, sometimes if you give a puppy something like this that they can't destroy, and they're hungry, they'll get frustrated and fuck something up of yours inside the house. So thank you again, Gwen, for generosity. Yeah. Toys, and those are good and very good. I love those. Bless you. But he needs edibles. Bottom line, okay? He needs edibles. Or he needs bully sticks. Get him a cow's hoof. It's going to smell a little like urine. It'll be okay. Yeah? Get him these things, yes? Get him 5 of them, 5 different things to chew on. You are failing if you get him a pack of rawhide rolls and they're basted in 5 different flavors. The flavor doesn't last very long. He needs these edibles, please. And these edibles need to be available to him, readily available to him when he's running loose. When he's running out and about, yes? And again, if you put them in his kennel, they're low value. So he is not going to engage them when he's out, because it's like, I can do that when I'm in the kennel. Right now, I'm going to cause a drama. I'm going to cause a scene. I'm going to go get into something, the toilet paper roll, so they'll chase me. All right? Keep that in mind. Yeah, chasing is fun. Real quickly, you guys mentioned the zoomies. So if he gets the zoomies and you like the word zoomies, then tell him, good zoomies. And I would even split the hair even further. I would do this. I would, if he's doing the zoomies and he's zooming away from me, I would say good zoomies. And as he circles and starts coming in what could be perceived as he's coming towards me in my direction, I would say good come here, good come here. And if he hauls ass past you, it's okay. Celebrate him. Give him the spiritual high five and good zoomies, good zoomies. He is smart enough to differentiate here and teach him a vocabulary. The good word theory is going to build a vocabulary. You guys probably already know this, but for the sake of this, again, I'm going to give you guys an additional hour, yes? At a next time, maybe Friday or next week. Next week, so you can employ some of these things. So if a dog has 3 toys, if every time he walks up to the toy, a ball, you say, good ball, it's only a matter of time before you can say, where's your ball? And he knows what you're talking about. You can take it one step further. You probably know this, yes? But if every time he looks at dad or goes to dad, if you say, good dad, good daddy, you'll be able to say, where's daddy? And he's going to go look for daddy. All right? I promise you this, yes? Okay, so remember, if he's out and really quickly, if you're not already, he does need to spend intervals in the crate, even if he's super behaved. He needs the time out. And you can for sure use the crate as punishment if you want to. If he keeps his kennel clean. If he keeps his kennel clean. Then when you take him outside and 5 minutes elapse, the entire 5 minutes I would be quiet. I would ignore everything. Listen, I would even, if you're out there and somebody yells at your neighbor, says, hey, instead of looking over and acknowledging them and teaching him to be distracted, because the good word theory is operating all the time. Just wave at them without looking. He don't know what the hell you might be stretching. Remember? So you wave and then later tell them, hey, I wasn't trying to be rude, man, but I gotta live by the good word, yeah? Right? Do you know what I mean? I gotta live by the good word. I live by the good word. I promise you that. Okay? But you are probably distracted too. And if you're ushering him, if you're saying go potty, if you're doing that, stop it, because it sounds so much like good potty. And people tell me, I bring my dog out and he sniffs the grass for 10 minutes. Well, fuck, you keep telling him go potty. It sounds like good potty to me. I hear something there. It's hard for me to differentiate it. You know what I mean? Sounds the same to me. Good potty, go potty. So you're quiet. And you may not be aware of it, but you're probably distracted. I promise you, if I was out there with you and I took him out to potty, I would, well, maybe it's because I do technically, I'm on the spectrum, so it's easy for me to tune out. Yeah, tune out. Boom. Keep aware, yes? Now, this is the thing, though, yes? If he doesn't go potty after 5 minutes, I would pick him up, carry him, I would put him in the kennel for 30 minutes. And then I would try it again. He will get to the point, so he will hold on to it. Because listen, and then it's kind of like you're driving on the freeway and you know you're a clean person, yeah? You gotta pee. You know there's an exit, but you're like, hey, but you know what? There's another pee spot. I like this one a little bit better. It's too down the line. And then halfway there you're like, damn it, I should have just stopped. You know what I mean? Now you're holding it, you go, and now it feels like the lap of luxury, yeah? Relief. So that's the same thing that happens with puppy. And if you catch puppy going potty in the house, if you scoop him up and take him outside, may I tell you, you are teaching him that is a way out. You are teaching him through the law of predictability that is a way out. If he squats randomly and you pick him up and you usher him outside, well, can you imagine in prison? Yeah, I know it's a bad analogy, but if a prisoner, started urinating in the middle of the prison hall, if they would grab him and take him outside, wow, shit, are you serious? Are you serious? Like this happens? It's for real? Dude. So you know what I mean? Same thing, okay? Or how about, a better one would be a kid at daycare. Wants to go play outside. There's a beautiful world out there. There's so many things to pay attention to. So kid wants to go outside, doesn't want to play inside, wants to go to the playground, and he realized that every time he pees in the center, he gets hauled out. Oh shit! Fucking even a dumb kid's gonna figure that out quick, yeah. Yeah, even a dumb kid's gonna be like, oh man, hell yeah, there's a lot there. Ooh. So, and may I tell you, a simple-minded kid is going to learn that even faster. But this is where a simple-minded and potentially a dumb dog is going to benefit you. A smart dog that is not simple-minded is going to realize that going potty makes you happy, and one day when you don't make it home on time, or you don't give them enough affection because he didn't take me for a walk today, he's going to go and pee on your pillow or pee on something of yours to get back at you. They're going to be petty like that, okay? A smart dog, because being intelligent, and if a dog is analytical, you're going to have problems, because he's going to want to write his own story, and he's going to challenge you and going to bark at you when you put him in a kennel. Oh, simple thing. What a sweet, seems like you got a simple thing on your hands. What a sweet, simple thing. Listen, has he been legit chilling there the whole time? Oh, simple thing. Oh my God. I'm in Frenchy heaven. I wish that for... I would be out of business if every dog was like that. Damn. You guys are overachievers, huh? Oh my God. You're like, dude, y'all are doing good, man. I don't think people would even be looking up dog training if they had him. They'd be like, you're the best dog ever. What a good little dog. Bless you. Wow. Such a simple thing. And may I tell you, if he's been out if he lays there and he's still like that for 3 hours, then guess what? Leave him alone, other than coming up to him. And what you guys did, pan the camera to him, petted him, and touched them. Do you think I inherently agree with that or disagree? Of course I agree with it. It is beautiful. Literally, he doesn't exist anymore because I'm not looking at him. Everybody potentially watching this video, he doesn't exist anymore. If he starts to bless us with snoring, if he doesn't exist to me, I don't really know that sound effect. I don't know that you guys aren't rendering the sound effect somewhere. Shit. I trust that you're not. But will you turn that, no offense, you guys are both beautiful, but will you pan the camera over to him, please? Oh my God. He exists. He is there. Yes. Good. And you see now in these situations, if you tell him good sleep, or come up with something, good night, he's going to realize that you like it when he sleeps heavy and just gives in and allows himself to go into that slumber land. In the same way that if he was nervous and you were petting him right now, you would be encouraging him to dwell in that anxiousness and dwell deep in that anxiousness. So again, if you don't know this portion of it, then remember, observation. If he was anxious right now, if a storm started brewing and he was nervous and scared, and you can tell that he was nervous and scared, if you are doing what you are doing to him now, you're messing up. You're encouraging and promoting and telling him to dwell in that space. We don't want that. Remember. Good chill is perfect, but chill is also going to apply. Go ahead and listen, man. I tell you the power of this. If you always tell him good chill and you take him on a trip and literally you're hauling ass from a tornado or a blizzard or something, okay? And you're hauling ass and you're trying to get out of town and he can't help but feel panicked because fuck, you're panicking. Guess what? You'll be able to look at him and tell him, just chill. And trust me, he's going to realize you're telling him to find that spot, to find that inner peace, and that it is okay. It's going to be okay. Just by doing that to him, yes, he's going to benefit tremendously. Oh, really fast. So again, if you catch him pottying inside, I don't know if I made this clear, you pick him up and put him in the kennel, he loses his freedom. Listen, remember, if you don't have the alacrity, the patience, or the wherewithal, okay, you walk into the door, you bang your head on the door by accident, bang it, you're pissed, you come inside, you let puppy out, he goes potty outside, you bring him inside, you just get a bill, you're pissed, you lose something, you can't find it, you're having a bad day, puppy is hanging out. If you can handle your peace, then you are better off with puppy being around you while you're angry. Be angry, it's okay. Blow your top, blow your lid. Your dog's gonna respect you for it. And if you guys are so chill and you're just in that zone. You're so zen that you never really blow your top, fabricate it, create the drama, create an argument between you two so that he thinks, holy, the gods are at fucking war. Shit. Make him fucking nervous one day. I promise you. Make him, I'm telling you the truth, make him understand, yes? Even if it's just, if you're congratulating one another on something, yell at one another saying, what do you mean? You mean you got a raise? Does your mom know? Do you know what I mean? And behave, act as if, so that he feels your power. I'm telling you the truth, yes? Let him feel that power. Then what happens is, okay, he sees these things. He sees that there are times that you blow your lid. But if you're really pissed off and you can't, and if you're prone to, like, you're pissed off, you're likely to hit him or spank him or even kick him. I'm not judging. You know, whatever, yeah? Then don't fucking test yourself. Don't say, well, fuck it, this time I'll be good even though I'm pissed off. I can handle it. No. Don't test yourself. Test yourself with something else. Play a video game that you're not good at and see if you throw that controller. If you throw that controller, you're probably not fucking ready. All right, test. I'm not judging you either. Shit, I'm not judging you. I'm saying shit. Very, 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 very simple. Okay? If you don't have the ability to keep your composure, keep your shit, then put him up. But if you have the ability to lose your top, but keep your shit about you, then do it. Let him, even if he's nervous about you, but don't look at him and say, good. You should be afraid. None of that. You ignore him. You ignore him even though you know that he's afraid of you. Let him fear you, okay? He's afraid of you. You're in a bad mood and he can feel it. What a blessing that he knows your moods like the weather. Humans benefit from knowing the weather. It's like the moods, yes? So you're hanging out with him. And if he does something, like he goes to get the toilet paper roll, and remember, you go and you take it from him very calmly. If the third time he does it, you feel like, oh, fuck this. He does it one more time, he's going to catch a whooping. Then guess what? It is better to wait for the third time for him to do it, and the moment he does it, instead of taking the toilet paper roll, snatch it out of his mouth, grab him, even if you're a little angry, and put him in his kennel and close the door and punish him like that. That is an appropriate punishment. But it is still better to be steady and always be predictable and always make him understand that you're going to take it from him. And yes, and listen, so this is the thing. If he goes to the door, you open the door. Has he gone to the door at all? Oh, shit. Wow. For the water? What? Amazing. I can't believe. Thank you so much. Well, it's you guys. Believe you are the power. Yes, like remember, you don't need a feather to fly either, yeah? I know I did see that he felt as if he needed a toke, but I know he really didn't. He just felt like he did. I know you were understanding me. Yes, you don't need a feather to fly. Something tells me, whether you run into my channel or not, thank you so much for reaching out, you're going to be okay. You have to just believe and trust. It all works out. It's all to your benefit. It all works out. You just have to be in the right mind frame. It's a lifestyle. It's applying the theories and the laws. Have you guys been off leash with him anywhere?
No, that was kind of the next moving into this. It's like he's starting to pull away on the walks.
Okay.
And I know like pull when he's supposed to pull.
So don't do that. Don't do that, right? So for now, because he's so chill and because he's so sedentary and because he seems to be a little lower energy than the average Frenchie, you know what I mean? All blessings. I would in fact encourage you to put a harness on him, and even use a retractable leash that you're comfortable with, and let him pull for now. He's a baby. You know, I promise you that if you feel that advice didn't serve you well in a few months, I'll do another free session with you showing you how to leash tame him, but it won't. Because right now you have to pick your battles. You're winning on so many fronts. Please don't create an issue where there is none. If he was my dog, I wouldn't want to keep him at my side. I would be so happy and thankful that he blesses me throughout the day. Do you know what I mean? That I would just start off with just looking for the good word theory, and then when I take him on walks, I would tire him out, and eventually you'll see that he's gonna be able to walk as fast as he walks. So then your second wind kicks in because you haven't been walking that fast. So now you can kind of keep at his pace, and you position yourself at his left, and every so often you look down at him and you tell him, good heel, good, handsome. Right? So I would make these interactions with him If this leads me to the next thing, if you're hanging out in the house, yes, and he's loosed with you, if you happen to make eye contact with him, smile for the love of God, nod your head, just like you just did now. Let him know that you understood. Make him feel as if he has enlightened you by looking at you, and he in turn will feel enlightened by you smiling and looking at him. I tell you the truth, yes? And I would also say, good look, every time he looks at me. Every time. And then hopefully, is he food driven? Oh my God, what a blessing. What things are higher value than food? Like what? And let me tell you something. You probably aren't doing this anymore because you guys learn fast and infer a lot of things naturally. But if you're out there and you show him a treat and he's disinterested, and if you start making sounds and making noises and try to encourage him to eat it, you're rewarding and you're lowering the value out of that. You're like a random person walking up to you and wanting to kiss you. You don't want that. I'm gonna tell you this, yes. If you have a dog, and I get people that make these phone calls all the time, yeah, and they get bothered with me. I'm trying to save the money here, yeah. If you have a dog that will kennel up every time without fail for a treat, bless him, bless you. Dogs, like humans, want to profit. We all want to profit, okay? Especially when it comes to losing our freedom. So if you have a dog that constantly goes into the treat, into the kennel, no matter what, I don't think this is your dog now, okay? But I assume that if visitors come over, he's like, to hell with that treat. Look at this person's here. Yeah, hey man, sounds like your little guy. He like Esau, fucking loves people, boys. Just so coquettish, like flirts with everybody. Yeah, what a beautiful thing. Okay, how cute. Yeah, unfortunately he's little, so if you want to teach him to sit when he comes upon somebody, you have to start with the good word theory at home and only petting him when he sits in your presence, and don't pet him otherwise. If he comes up to you and jumps, step away and don't observe him. Don't pan the camera to him. Because he's cute, I know. That's why, listen, he's adorable. You won't be able to stop looking at him. That's why people say, are you ever going to show yourself on video? I don't want to, come on. Then you're going to lose the message. You're going to be like, oh my God. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. But do you see what I mean? I'm telling you the truth, yes? So you don't do that. Yeah? You don't do that. You have to make him understand. You don't bait him with it. So I'm going to give you an example. He runs up to somebody. If you walk up to him and you start telling him to sit, now you seem like a barking dog. And dogs barking at another dog is because they feel inferior. It's like all those people that tell me how to train dogs and don't have any videos. Oh man. I even offer to pay. It's only $5 to run an ad. I tell them, well, let me run an ad for you on your local Craigslist so you can upload videos and show me better, I'll show you. I do it every day, yeah? I make it happen, yeah? So that's all I'm saying, yeah? All of you out there, right? That's how people are, yeah? So you don't negotiate with terrorists. Right? This is my treat. If you already know that throwing that treat in there is not going to make him kennel up because he wants that person, don't even attempt it. Don't disrespect yourself like that. When he runs up to them, if you walk up to him and tell him to sit, you're barking orders at him, he's ignoring you. He is learning that you are powerless. He's learning that you're not about your business, but you are about your business. That's why we're on this phone call. You're about your business. So what you do, unfortunately, he's little and he's a Frenchie. It sucks. But what you're tasked to do is you make trek towards him and you push his butt down, regardless of what he's doing and what they're doing. I was at the Canine Academy and I was told to direct people to comport themselves a certain way before they approach my dog, yeah? In practice, that shit is hard in real life and you look like an asshole. Yeah? Hey, hold on. Stop, please, hold on. Please don't smile at my dog. Come up to my dog if he jumps, none of that shit, yeah? That does not work. In a controlled setting in class when everybody is eager to learn and everybody is standing like a totem pole, eager beavers, it works. Okay, and oh my God, so spectacular. He's so smart. He's simple-minded, and he's falling for this easy exercise. The smart dog's there. The owners are going to leave thinking that dog is stupid because that dog picked up that lesson, saw it, decided, fuck that lesson. I'd rather get a sniff of that crotch. You see what I mean? Again, so you're tasked to make trek to the dog and you place him in the sit. And the moments that you are able to achieve this, you praise, good sit, and you don't relent. And I tell you, it would be as if you are struggling with God. But eventually, if you persist, he will relent. And if you're not having a good day, or you see that person losing their patience with this exercise, may I tell you, you keep your grip on him and you take him to his kennel. And you put him up. And you give him something to chew on, a pig ear. If he doesn't chew on that item now, because now now it's okay to do this. Again, you have to introduce an element of randomness for behaviors to stick. I tell you the truth. So now, because a guest is in, you give him a pig ear because you don't want him to feel as if he did anything wrong, because he did not. You just want him to understand this is going to create a dog who in the future, whenever he runs up to your guests, if he sits in front of them, he realizes not that they're going to pet him. He will learn, and has already learned, that people will pet him regardless of what the fuck mom and dad ask. I don't have to fucking sit. They're gonna pet. Trust me, they like this. Watch, they're gonna pet me. Watch. Don't know why. Watch. Sit. No. Watch. I don't have to sit. They're okay with it. You know, they talk dog. They understand me. You know what I mean? So they fucking jump. They get pet, yeah? And now you're the bad guy. Now you're like that helicopter asshole parent, dude. Oh, no. I'd rather be with them. They fucking love me. They accept me for me. Do you see? Don't make him feel like a victim. You walk up to him, you place his butt down, you allow them to pet him, whatever. When you see that they're losing patience with it, or you're losing patience, you put him up, give him a pig ear. What will happen is, if he ever can't get to the point where he just can't help it, he just, oh my God, I lose all control. It's like when somebody hears a song and they just start bobbing their head. If he loses control, he will know that if he jumps, the moment he jumps and you make up an action towards him, because now he's learned to keep you in his peripheral vision. He's aware of you. He doesn't have a GPS. He's relying on a compass and a map that you're holding. So he wants to jump so bad. Esau does this in the videos. Watch him, I tell you. He wants to jump so bad. And Cranberry loves it when he jumps on him. So fucks it all up. So Esau runs up to him, wants to jump so bad. But then he looks back at me. He wiggling his tail. He wants it so bad. But he knows that if he jumps, I'm either going to toss a chain or I'm going to put him up. Because he's aware of me. He knows. So he won't. And guess what? If he does jump and you make trek to him, he's going to haul ass into his cage. So if he feels like he can't still himself enough, he is going to turn away from them, run, and go get himself a pig ear. Grab it and lay down and maybe bring it to them and chew next to them and enjoy their company. You do the same thing. He's on the leash. He walks up to somebody. As he starts to pull towards them, you start reeling him in without talking to him, chanting the word good, but without commanding him, forcing it upon him. Good, as you reel him in, okay? Because now, you're reeling him in. And then as he comes up to you, if they want to come up and say hi to him, they say, may I say hi? I would say, please, provided you're comfortable with it, or wear a mask, you're observing your laws. And then they reach down and pet him, and then if you're comfortable with being that close to them and doing all these things, all that notwithstanding, you have to keep pushing his butt down on the leash, and he's going to humiliate you. You're going to look like a madman out there. Do you know how many people think locally I'm ineffective because they see me out there fighting the good fight? Because I know that if I'm inside and I'm calm and there's no distractions, they're going to sit for me every time. But being outside across the street from the Dollar General and the stray dogs and all the stuff and the litter that flies by, guess what? Well, shit, I don't want to sit out here. So I'm out there fighting these dogs, and all I'm doing is pushing their butt down while I'm saying, good, sit. Because a part of them is thinking about sitting, and I'm trying to push them over the edge because I know I'm going to force to sit upon them. And what once took me 5 minutes to get in time, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days, it's never late, it happens on time. That 10 minutes turns into 5 minutes, that 5 minutes in time turns into 2.5 minutes. Eventually, it turns into a fraction of a second. The dog starts to comport, starts to sit when they see me even glance at them before I can say the word, because they know what is coming. So I'm telling you the truth. If every time your dog walks up to you, you reach down and start petting him under the chin, and as you pet him under the chin, you force to sit upon him, he will learn. And then eventually he will learn that you are petting him, and the moment he jumps up, stop petting him and walk away from him. He will learn that he has to be still to get your blessing. It's a call to prayer. I would recommend, for sure, if there are dog parks, I think it's worth the risk personally, okay? Because he needs interactions. He needs to be with he needs to get in the little fights. Listen, just like you guys benefited from going to school and having your peers and disagreements, you've learned from arguments and mistakes where you've made. He also needs nicks and bruises. You know, it's like, you know, I have tattoos. Yeah, the tattoos are things that I chose. And sometimes people say that my taboos are the decisions life chose for me, that I've allowed to impact me. Yeah, so you have to basically take him out and about, let him be nicked and bruised, and formulate opinions so that he can look to you, his compass, his map, for direction on whether or not he's assessed the situation properly. If a dog walks up to him and snaps at him, and he like looks at them like, dude, what the fuck? If you say, good, what the fuck, good, what the fuck, I'm kidding. But if you say good, he realizes that he made the right decision. Do you see what I mean? Because he understands that you agree with him and that he just showed strength. I do this with my own dogs, with Salvo. I do this with the dogs that I'm rehabbing. I praise them when they show strength, right? When they show calmness. Okay? So I would agree, if that is difficult to do, then consider putting putting a $5 ad in your local paper or something, or anywhere, or flyers, or on Facebook or social media, and host a little puppy party, even if owners aren't allowed. Host a little puppy party, and if somebody says, hey, can my little guy comes, he's gotten kicked out of a few daycares because he gets a little bit too rough, say, I would love for him to come, but please bring his crate just in case I got to give him a few timeout sessions. But welcome, bless his little ass, okay? He needs to experience all personalities and all types. And then consider doing this. And listen, even if it's just you let people come over and you can make a little space and you're willing to mop and stuff and pick up, and where they just get dropped off for an hour. And if you set it a week in advance, maybe they can plan on taking that hour for themselves to go get their nails done or something. Complete strangers, yes? I mean, sometimes you just have to have faith. See, if I am telling you things I would be doing if I wasn't a dog trainer. I'm fortunate enough to have people actually want to send dogs to me for training. You see what I mean? So I can create these things on a daily basis. He would also benefit from center stage therapy, where you would put him in his kennel in the center while everybody played around him. May I tell you the benefits to that? You know, he would benefit tremendously from, even if he was laying down, if you just went and sat next to him and read a book or something online or on your phone and tried to make it seem as if you were also being still. He will benefit from this. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, man. Power. Awesome. Thank you so much. What a blessing. Thank you so much. Good. Awesome. Goodbye.